I made sure to wear a hat today, so it actually looks like I wear different clothes while I'm teaching at home.
All you did was change your vest.
I didn't even change my vest. It's the same vest. It's
I thought you had a blue one on.
Oh, man, it's the
God.
same bubbly vest. And welcome back to episode 2 of the lunch hour.
Holy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to marinate some chicken before, but I'll do that. I'll do the laughter. My lunch today is the epitome of, I don't know, epitome of millennialism.
Is it?
It's frozen beef patties eaten with a fork because I need my hand. But I also have my carbonated water from my soda stream. Like, what is this dichotomy here?
Like, I have no response.
Come on, I'm trying to save the environment. One frozen patty at a time. This is what happened. I started the day by listening to the most terrifying reggae version of O Canada.
That you ruined my day collectively is the worst part because I also just had to listen to it. I don't know how you shared a link with no just like preview of what the video was going to be.
You just clicked it?
I did, and then I just hear like,
"Oh, Canada, our home, a native land." Dude didn't even keep the melody. He just took the words and just went with it.
Just freestyled.
Yeah.
The entirety of O Canada.
You know, hey, it's just a little bit of representation, right? I do think there is a better reggae version out there that keeps the melody but switches it up. I don't think that guy's reggae version of O Canada is the best reggae version of O Canada out there.
I challenge everyone to make a better version.
Yeah, our listeners, find the best ethnic / cultural O Canada as you can. Dude, I've heard it sung in Chinese. It's terrible.
I heard Piano Man in Chinese. That was also terrible.
What the hell?
Yeah.
It's just congrats, you're 6 and you have your grade 10 piano.
Couldn't tell you.
Plays a song. Play us a song. You're 8 years old. It's a family dinner tonight.
So is that reggae version of O Canada? Is that gonna be like the Friday only kind of versions of O Canada where you mix it up? How's it work in Scarborough?
My principal's been rolling with like these solid steel pan O Canadas, and then he dropped this one on us today. Like for the past since Wednesday last week, it was like different pan.
Wait, are you supposed to play them for like your morning class or like?
Yeah, man, these are our morning announcements. It's a part of a video. So we get a video from the principal, who he's pre-recorded the announcement, and then within that video, he does does the treaty acknowledgement and then does O Canada. But every day it's a different O Canada. You just like right now since we're home, we're not hearing the like OG school O Canadas. It's like whatever we find on YouTube. There were some pretty good ones, like much more versions than the one we listened to at school. But since
one,
yeah. But since like last Wednesday, it's been like steel pan ones because we were just rolling deep on Black history. And then today he just hits us with the reggae O Canada. I don't know who makes these choices. The best part is the words, like, because we were at home and because they were able to look for O Canadas on YouTube, it was actually the new words. You know, all of us command. That reggae O Canada, yeah, that reggae O Canada is the old version and it's some busted reggae version too. I just think we could find a better one. You know, there were some really good. There was like a kid playing the steel pan O Canada in like Nathan Phillips Square, and that was pretty good. There was one. One of them was a guy playing steel pan over like the Central Band recording of O Canada. Like it was just, it was just straight up like Central Band over the speakers, and then him like, like it was. So when I heard that, I kind of laughed. It was pretty good.
Sign him up.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, this is gonna explode everywhere. Hold on.
The ice.
Told you, man. We're the epitome of class here.
Here I am drinking milk out of a wine glass.
Exactly. This is the world's poorest podcast.
I broke a wine glass last night, actually.
Doing what?
Just regular, just regular things. Was going to the fridge to get a drink. Just slipped out of my hands.
Oops.
Juggled it around for a couple seconds. Landed on the carpet. I thought it was going to be fine. Instantly shattered.
False.
That's the third wine glass this year I've broken.
It's okay. We've broken a couple too. Actually, they've only been broken after being washed or on the way to being put back. It was just like it'll just smash into the sink. Because you have someone like
I thought you meant you put it in the dishwasher and it just breaks in there. I was like, what the hell?
That too. I think they tried to
Wait, what?
They tried to load it into the dishwasher and something happened where it just fucking exploded. I think the next time it fell into the sink and broke. And then time after that, I broke this one. It was on the counter and I put it into the sink to wash it. And then I take one of those, my big China bowls, because I had something, and I put it in the sink. But instead of putting it in the sink, I just smashed the wine glass with the bowl. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just destroys itself in the sink. So yeah, no, I get it. We only get our wine glasses from Value Village, though. Like, I don't need to buy like a $40 wine glass set from Winners or something. Just $2 a glass at Value Village. Good to go.
I was gonna say, you're talking like you just like ruined a whole set.
The 4 that we have left are all mismatched.
That is the epitome of class.
They're all different sized red wine glasses. So we use the smallest one for white wine.
I was gonna say, do you even drink red wine anymore? Like,
yeah, I like red wine.
Okay.
We only don't drink red when we slap the bag.
Well, that's just for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm. So what do you have for lunch today?
I went to the grocery store.
Oh yeah,
I picked up the legendary $6 combo.
is that the Loblaws chicken tendies?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
That crunch.
Jeez. You know what it is though, right? It's cornstarch. You gotta cook with cornstarch.
Tell you, man, I'm surprised every time I go to like the grocery store these days.
Why?
Just the things you see. I saw a woman, she's pushing her cart around. She had 16 just tall boys of 0% Grolsch. Because they don't sell alcohol at the one by my house.
So wait, hold on. That's just the alcoholic, like the no alcohol Grolsch. Why would you want to drink 16 of those?
Who just likes the taste of, like?
I mean, you remember when the Yasinskis brought us non-alcoholic
That was
beer?
different. That was because of like two things: my expectations,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just actually dehydrated.
Mm-hmm. But no, it was a hardcore flex too, because I remember we were sitting in the bus passing beers back, and you can see the guards in the other bus just looking across the window like, what the heck is going on? We've got like cans, handing them back. Does Loblaws have Chinese New Year's decorations up?
No.
Oh man. I mean, they
Are
own
you kidding me?
They own TNT.
You know what town
man.
I live in?
Hey, you never know. Maybe they want to just culture up Brantford.
Never.
They do own TNT. Bob Loblaw owns TNT.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's why if you like are in the middle of nowhere and you want a reliable stock of Asian things, you can go to Loblaws. You can also go to No Frills because I think they have their hand in that too. But No Frills also has a thing with President's Choice, and President's Choice tries to make. I mean, President's Choice is just a more premium no-name brand, really. Like it's no name, or then President's Choice, which is basically no name.
The higher tier, no name.
So you can get like a can of beans, no name, or a can of President's Choice beans, and then you go to like the Unico canned beans,
Heinz.
Heinz bean, and if you go even harder, you get the like the actual imported ethnic brands of beans. Yeah, but no, it's everyone's all the supermarkets are the same.
Why don't they act like it then?
Yeah.
The only ethnic thing I saw at Zayre's.
Oh, it's just Zayre's. It's not even a full on Loblaws.
No, it's just Zayre's, dude.
Exactly. So see, Loblaws owns Zayre's.
Yeah, I knew that because they all look the same.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the only ethnic thing they got there is like the flowers. They just have like the red, like rhombus thing for like Chinese New Year. The fucking
like the
red gold symbol for like wealth, kind of all that.
Like
stupid
on
shit.
the flowers?
Yeah, just like a tag and like
Just
a bamboo tree. That was it.
Just hanging off one of those. What? Like it's not
like an orchid, or like
an orchid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's Chinese New Year. So technically today is the 28th of, I guess, December. And on the 28th of the end of the year, you're supposed to clean your house, or you're supposed to clean everything, basically.
So you're not doing that, is what you're telling me.
I'm going to get a haircut.
Who's giving you a haircut?
My kids. So what is going to happen, I'm going to give them 30, well, maybe 20 theory questions, or just like note reading music questions. And the plan is they'll confer as a group, pick the final answer, and if they get it right, they get to choose one spot in my head that I'm just gonna go, man. I'll even use scissors on the top.
Are you going bald baby, or are you going like?
No. I'm gonna take like a solid inch off the top. My hair's too long right now. One of the reasons I'm wearing a hat is because I woke up and I looked like an idiot, more so than normal.
I have to comb my hair now in the morning.
Yeah.
Like this is
So-
bullshit.
I'm gonna probably get some scissors, just a solid snip if they get something right, or I'll take the razor and just go bap up the side. Like the hair's long enough that even if I did that to like one, it's noticeable. So like I'm hoping I'll get a reaction out of them, and then I could just get Anne to fix it when she gets home tonight. I'll look like a real idiot all afternoon though, because this class is right after lunch. So from the hour of 1:40 until 3:15, I'm just gonna look like a dumbass.
I mean, I'd go in with you. I got too long hair. Also,
I'll save yours for the grade 3s because only the grade 3s know you. don't really want to expose you to the other grades because they'll just realize that holy crap, Mr. Ao and his friends are just actual
we're
idiots.
just memeing on the whole school.
Speaking of memes, you know what movie I watched last night? So I watched John Wick 3.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen any of the John Wicks.
Doesn't matter. I only watched the third one because I recently watched the second one because I remembered I watched the first one and I saw the ad for like.
Doesn't matter. By the way, I watched them all.
Like, I just needed closure because I knew I watched the first one and I enjoyed it, and I was like, oh, I've got all these streaming services now. I'm gonna watch the second one, and then I realized the third one's actually out too. I didn't even realize that. I forgot. Got to watch the third one. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. I didn't care for years. The best part is though in the third one. The second one is like very plot driven. There's a lot of story, but the third one is basically just Keanu Reeves showing off how he learned how to use guns. And then at the end of it, there's like a major gunfight that has to happen. And one of his people ask him, like, well, what do you need? And he says, guns. Lots of guns. And I just went, Matrix. Because isn't that what he says when he goes guns, lots of guns, and the guns just come filing out of the white blank level in Matrix?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the Matrix.
I heard that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a freaking Matrix reference right there. Guns. Lots of guns. You know Morpheus is in the next two, right? He's.
I haven't seen any of them. I haven't
You
seen
should.
any
You
of
should
them.
watch. You should watch them. They're like. Although you have to watch them back to back, if you don't care about violence, which I'm assuming you don't, because otherwise you don't care. It does. It does. It literally. It doesn't matter. It's just Keanu Reeves kind of being a badass for 3 movies straight. So you should just take them and just watch them all in a row. It doesn't even take that much like energy.
Well, it sounds like something I could just kind of have on the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Morpheus shows up in the second one.
Is he Morpheus though, or is he?
Yeah. Basically, his character is like just some guy who's kind of out of the system a little bit.
Has Lawrence Fishburne actually just been typecast for the rest of his life?
Yeah. You mean Samuel L. Jackson?
No, I mean Lawrence Fishburne. Took me a minute.
You mean Denzel Washington? I think he got really upset at one point when people like actually kept mistaking him for Sam Jackson.
Yeah, there's an interview of it.
Yeah. It's like
it's great.
I think my favorite thing about those like major black actors is that they're like
Hashtag Black History Month.
hashtag Black History Month. They like I watched the interview of Sam Jackson doing doing an interview with somebody, and he's like, oh, blah 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 blah, and the use of the N word, blah blah blah, and Sam Jackson's like, what word? Nothing. It's like, no, the N word. It's like, say it. It's like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna answer your question until you say it. It's like, I can't say the word. Say the dang word. It's like, no, I can't.
Man woke up and wanted violence.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's just educating you.
Oh man! As soon as our call ended yesterday, I got mail, and my freaking album I ordered in like June finally showed up.
What album?
Freaking woo! It's flipped, isn't it?
No, it's good.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, man. Friggin' finally.
Do you actually have a record player?
I do.
Oh, I thought you were gonna just
put it on my shelf. Nah, man.
I thought you were just gonna put it in your teeth and just like spin it and get the rotations to go right into your brain, like a gramophone.
Put the chopstick on it and just
chopstick ear.
No latency.
Yeah.
Well, the best part is, now those are finally shipped out. They're probably worth like twice as much as what I paid for it. Because Wolfpack fans are a fucking different breed. They don't buy anything. And then once they realize they can't buy it anymore, they all of a sudden want it.
Because they're all like these poor music nerds that get sucked up into the hype.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't even remember when bands like Wolfpack and Snarky Puppy got big. But I remember in fourth year, third year, maybe 2015. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna see."
I'll say it was early. I think it was earlier than that. Maybe
I was
like
definitely wasn't-
2014. I
I was
think.
definitely in university. So, oh, I'm gonna watch this show. I'm gonna go to this show. I'm gonna.
How many people actually did that though? How many people actually went?
I don't know. When Snarky Puppy was in Toronto a couple years ago, and then like I think last year they were in Toronto again for like the TD Jazz Fest.
Jazz Fest.
Stupidest thing. They're playing, and then like they were like, "Oh, well, there's what the guy's talking," and then from the back someone yells, "Play Lingus!" Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I can say that.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's badass.
They're pissed off. So there's always one idiot at every show that wants to hear Lingus. It's not what, like, as a band, you know, like, it must suck to be really good musicians who want to keep putting out new shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
But everyone. But everyone just wants to keep hearing your old stuff. Like, when do you?
Dude, it's literally that scene from Step Brothers. At the end, when they have the 80s Joel cover band. He's like, "Play piano, man." He's like, "We don't do that, sir. We only do 80s Joel."
Is Piano Man not 80s Joel?
Oh, that's the 70s.
Oh. So I guess what 80s Joel is We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah. Do you guys have any originals, or are you just for the lulz?
My band?
Yeah.
I think once in a while we try to do some originals from our singer who does write our own stuff. But mostly like when we do our gigs, it's like we want to hear this, and it's easier to play like 4 Bruno Mars songs, a couple Daniel Caesars, John Mayer. Follow us at band.sweetandsour on Instagram. Yeah, it's no, we mostly play covers. It's just I think it takes a lot more effort to orchestrate originals to make them sound good, because otherwise everything starts sounding the same. You know, if I play a cover and it just sounds like my band playing the cover, at least it's a real song. But if my band plays an original and we don't do anything specific, everything will just sound the same. I think is what like would happen. We also haven't had the time because not a lot of people in my band do this full time. We're all actually all of us are basically in this band just for the lulz. It's just us friends. Like my bassist, he's a business person. Guitarist is a finance person. Keyboard person works at RBC. Singer teaches at U of T. So she's like the most pro out of all of us. I do this podcast. Yeah, and then like when I was doing gigs with this like my band during like while I was still in university, when I haven't figured out like the core members, it was just students. So music kids. Never played any Billy Joel though. That's not our shtick. I think it's more like R&B, hip hop. Not even hip hop, just R&B, blues, sad John Mayer, jazz.
Ukrainian wedding music.
That's another band. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about the most. Like all these like stupid things that we used to do with different community groups and stuff. Half the time we did those dumb things because all the old people wanted to do the dumb things.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do those dumb things for a really long time. So like, that means we're not going to be able to do the dumb things for a really long time. Like I can't personally.
I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah, I can't personally finance like 4 bottles of brandy. I just can't do it. I don't have the capital. Don't have the money for that investment.
Should have gotten the Bitcoin last
Yeah,
week. Yeah, it jumped to $10,000 yesterday.
Let me check.
Let me check, he says.
I mean, I still have some ether. Oh my god, I have $68 in ether now.
Yeah, man, Ether jumped up too.
Jeez.
We're living life in the fast lane.
That one jump. Holy moly.
What are you seeing?
I'm just looking at the Bitcoin like graph.
Oh,
kind of ridiculous.
all Elon Musk's fault, man.
Why? Because he makes some silly tweet and suddenly like.
No, he bought like a shit ton, and now Tesla accepts Bitcoin as payment for their cars.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's not so far fetched. Like, it's an online currency, right? So it must be easy enough to just e-transfer somebody Bitcoin.
Yeah, you just get their fucking wallet link and then you just send it. I remember there was a bar in Waterloo that would accept Bitcoin as payment, and I was like, "Who the fuck's out here in like university paying with Bitcoin?"
You get your phone and you tap it. You just tap your like.
They had a Bitcoin ATM. They had a Bitcoin ATM at like the front door. I was blown away the first time I went.
Although it is Waterloo, right? Like just because Laurier might not have figured it out, Waterloo University might have figured it out, or University Waterloo.
No one from University Waterloo went to this bar. Like, I always just assumed that UW people were just like the swole Doge, like fucking meme, and then like the Laurier were just like the another sad, stupid one.
You have like fucking swole Doge, like, hi, I'm your engineers and your computer science majors, and then you have like the little Doge business majors.
I went to Lazarus.
What's Lazarus?
I don't know, whatever the fucking business school across the street's called.
It's called Lazarus?
It's called something stupid like that.
Isn't that Batman's like death pit? Or no, like what's his name? Raj Al Ghul's?
I don't know.
There's this one guy, right? He comes back to life like every 10 years. Lazarus, lather this.
I think that's a Jack White song.
Oh,
Lazaretto.
Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Need a third person to just fact check us.
Yeah, we need a producer. When are we gonna start taking on guests? Huh?
Oh no, I got a very stern DM last night. Actually,
from who?
From a friend of mine.
About what?
He just shared like the video to me, and he was like, "I am very offended. I have not been invited on as a guest." I was like, it was our first episode yesterday, and he said, "I'm gonna repeat this because I don't know if you heard me or not. I am very upset. I have not been on as a guest yet."
Yeah, another one of our friends DM'd me too, and she said, I think she said I had a really good podcast voice.
Someone has to.
Yeah. She requested that we bring Dragos on as a guest too. So I think we have a pretty good guest list. Like your friend, my friend. We'll bring Bryonton on because like.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
Figure out how to turn on his computer.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Although, like, I'm going back to school next week, so this is only like a 1 week limited series. We'll just have to get all the content this week and just cut and snip and upload as we go.
I'll just come to Scarborough.
We'll do it live through the window.
Wi-Fi at your fucking school is probably more reliable than my internet here.
I think
completely
Wi-Fi
honest.
Anywhere. I think just leaving your house, your data would be better than your Wi-Fi.
Oh, so Remember how
Oh.
I said yesterday how Rogers was going to monitor my internet to see what was wrong with it, and they said it was going to take a week? They emailed me today. They're just like, "Yeah, we know what the problem is. Just come schedule an appointment with us. We already know what the issue is."
Did they tell you what the issue is?
No,
Sounds like
that's the best
BS.
part. So I have to call the number and then go to the robot automated lady and then go through the whole process again of just being like, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Here's
and then
my ticket
I'm
number.
going to get someone who probably doesn't know what's going on.
Well, I mean, try to fix it today, and maybe our Wednesday podcast will be like top quality. You know.
Maybe. A man can dream.
I start every morning with the Mario Kart 8 theme song now, but then today, like the kindergartens asked for more, so I like the
Is that what you hit them with Star Wars?
No, so that was my grade 3 class, but like I there are so many like channels that do, you know, big band recordings. Like, well, there's this one channel, the 8-bit big band, who does the recordings.
Oh.
They're pretty good. I saw the guy who does like the Wii music jazz versions in that band. That was pretty cool. I'm like, I wonder where they are, or if they just like emailed everyone and just everyone showed up and did a session and just went home. I think that'd be pretty cool. I wish I was good enough and I knew people that were like pro enough to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, no, like today, Star Wars with the grade 3s, I was just getting them to like, I told them go find 3 objects and hold your mic up to it, or hold the thing up to your mic and smack it to see what it looks like on a spectrogram. Yeah, because like Google's Music Lab experiments, right? It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You just sing into the mic or whatever. It shows you what sounds look like on a spectrogram.
You should hit them with like the Lavender Town song from Pokemon Red Blue on the spectrogram. Cursed? Yeah, the creepy pasta one. And then find the one that has the audio channel that like goes like all deep fried at the end, and it's just like someone actually writing something out on the spectrogram.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, there's like, it's not in the game. It's like a creepy pasta.
Yeah. But like if you put it onto a spectrogram, you'll hear.
Yeah, it'll spell something out. Yeah.
No way. How did I do that?
I don't know. Like Ja Rule did it. I'm pretty sure on one of his albums. Like there's like I think it's Ja Rule. I can't remember for sure,
like
but
at the end of it, there's static and it's actually a message on a spectrogram.
It's static and it's just a selfie of like him. I was like, how do you know how to do that? Like that's just so cool.
What do you do first? Do you draw the picture first and just have it feed back a sound, and whatever sound you get is what you get?
I guess. Like I don't know. I don't know how spectrograms work.
I mean, it just takes a sound wave or whatever and puts it with color. You know, I imagine it kind of like looks like you know, like Jacob Collier recording like words on a screen while playing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like a, you know, low here, high here, and you just bop 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 bop. Like Happy New Year, Ja Rule. Yeah,
hit him with one of those to scare him.
Google's been like putting in work. It's making my life really easy doing my job with all their online experiments.
Like the blobs. Like
yeah, those are fun.
Blogs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like self-learning?
Yeah, it was the AI machine learning. It was like, if it teaches you, it does a whole tutorial, and then when you
I just skipped it and just went straight in.
Yeah, if you drag the soprano voice, what they did is they listened to 4 voices sing 16 hours worth of music each. So the machine learned music theory basically in harmony. And if you drag the soprano voice around, it'll follow the soprano voice leading and make harmonies to go with the back end. Or like make harmonies with the back end. So you have like, I tried to get the soprano line to sing I don't know, just something, and like the harmonies they just made sense. It was beautiful. Like
Huh.
depending on how long I held like a chord and it brought it down, it would be an imperfect cadence instead of a perfect cadence. And like the voice leading up to that, it was too good. It was too good. It was too scary. It's like, man,
What time to be alive?
yeah, am I just the blob that knows music theory as well? The answer is yes. In fact, don't even know as much as those blobs.
Our most recent theory test will absolutely prove that.
Dude, apparently I got perfect. Close to perfect.
Are you telling me that question where we wrote F is actually correct?
Yep. Jay told me my answers, and he said, "Yeah, you got everything right, except you got half a mark off somewhere else." I'm like, "Wait, you're telling me that whole thing was an F minor? I thought it was an E sharp." I was like, "I don't know. Whoever marked it correct."
Whatever.
Leave it to them to mess that up too. It's like, oh yeah, minor 6 down from D sharp is F. Oh yeah, F flat. That's what it was. F flat. What a fake key. So
no one ever told me my answers. I really don't care at this point.
Yeah, you passed everything. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't have to wake up early on Saturdays.
That's pretty good. Do you have your master classes though?
No.
You don't have master classes?
No.
Oh, that's
You're telling me you do?
Yeah, like I thought that was a thing that people have to do.
I think we're supposed to do it, but like
no one's scheduled it.
No, I don't think anyone's schedule even remotely lines up.
Yeah, no, our we did a scale day where everyone like the 6 A's and B's got together and just literally hung out and played scales for an hour. I mean, that's fun. I actually don't mind doing them because it's just me, Jay, and Mateen hanging out, making fun of each other's scales. Like, it's like I'll play, mess up a little bit. My xylophone's horribly out of tune, so they're laughing. Mateen plays something wrong, and then I'll be like next. And then Jay will go fuck, fuck. He's only doing it with us because he says he needs to work on his scales too. So that was pretty good. But no, I enjoy our little. Oh, and then the PO, the Navy PO there. He's a pretty chill dude too, so it's pretty funny.
The chief?
Yeah, no, not the chief. He's a PO.
Or he's just a PO.
1, right? Whatever the warrant is on.
That's 1, I think.
Yeah, so it's fun. The week before though, we did one where everyone was there and they got us to play our stuff for all the other candidates just here. One of the percussion candidates is this like 40-year-old Japanese dude in Vancouver who just decided he wanted to be a musician with the Canadian Army. Yeah, and he's pretty good. You know, he started
kind of sick.
He literally learned music at Borden like 2 years ago as a no-hook private, and he's playing his corporal stuff this year at like pretty decent quality.
That's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah. He just went for it. He works for the CRA Civi side, and I guess taxes are just too boring. He's like a tax file manager or whatever in the CRA.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he's just.
Yeah, apparently there are not career musicians in the musicians trade.
I believe I've met a few of them.
Well, I mean, by choice, and those that are pretty good. Like the PO is a lawyer.
Yeah.
The PO is a lawyer, Civi side. Although he did play, he played with the Jetstreams for a little while. He said, did Class Bs with the Jetstreams. The Air Force band in Winnipeg. Yeah. And then got like out, came back in Navy, Vancouver as well.
Just a full career.
Yeah.
Insane.
The Borden experience has been pretty good.
Getting paid the practice scales, like I cannot complain.
Getting better. I haven't played this much in almost a year. Although I think we're gonna start the Jamulus thing with the Royals pretty soon. People are like, I see on our social media, like just because I'm friends with some of them, they're already, discussing their mics and stuff. It's pretty nice to see like them get kind of.
They're like into it. They're like, yeah,
they're
let's
kind of
do
hopeful.
it.
They want to try it. Like I know they're not. It's totally unfamiliar territory for a lot of them.
It's gonna take forever to.
I don't know, man. Like they're very like they're good with tech. They're good enough with tech to know to go on Amazon, look at reviews. Another guy who's like 70 something 80 is like, oh yeah, try this one, it's like $60 on Amazon, it's pretty good. Like I tested it out, it had best reviews for high and low end because my wife plays the flute and I play the bassoon, so I needed to sound good on both ends. So I'm like,
Good
yeah,
for them,
yeah,
honestly.
great tips. Because I was just like, yeah, I sent 3 links to the Blue Yeti
Just
stuff.
Blue Yeti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just look at these, and they're like, oh, these, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever fits your budget. Like, it honestly, anything. If you have a rock band mic, it'll work too, you know. So I was just like, just go for it. We're just gonna try. And the best part is, if they get nice mics, even if the Jamulus thing like tanks, we have
And they
good
still have
mics.
something nice to record with.
Exactly, when we do the recording projects.
You do your recorded videos.
Except I'm probably missing this Thursday because it's Chinese New Year. So
It's Thursday?
it's New Year's Eve. Yeah,
I guess it is.
it is. Yeah, because today is the
So-
28th, tomorrow's the 29th, and then Thursday's the 30th.
It's not 31 days.
I don't think. I think the 31 days thing is just a white people thing.
What?
Dude, the moon
the
only
moon. The moon.
the moon only revolves around the Earth so many times.
You guys add an extra day in February every year, or you just like
Yeah, basically. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it
I don't know
balances
how it
out.
works.
Because if you're short or long by a day every year, wouldn't your years eventually not line up? You know what
That's
I
what
mean?
I'm saying. Like your crops, man.
Something's up here.
We found a conspiracy.
How does
The
the lunar
holiday?
calendar work?
Ask your mom.
Probably. Because
Have your mom as a
like,
guest.
our months and days are basically completely arbitrary, right? Like it's just it fits sometime around this point where we are in the sun.
Unless your days are like a set bit longer, I guess, to accommodate an extra day in the year.
So what, like
every
halfway
year.
through April, lunchtime is actually 4 p.m.? That doesn't make any sense. No, I think there's got to be a day here or there, or there's no leap years, because in the white people calendar, there are leap years to like make up for lost time.
Yeah, so the moon lines up, man.
We don't care about the moon and the freaking
How dare you?
Gregorian calendar. Julian, which one do we use? Gregorian? Yeah, that one.
Do I look like I would know what calendar I use? I use the one that says September, June, like all the classics.
The Gregorian calendar is a solar dating system. Solar, see? We don't care about the moon. Used by most of the world. It is named for Pope Gregory the X13th, who issued the papal bull Inter Gravissima in 1582, announcing calendar reform for all Catholic Christendom. Great.
Say that word again.
Christendom.
Sure.
Christendom. The kingdom of Christ.
That is, in fact, what it is.
So basically, a bunch of Catholics just decided we're going to go with the new schedule. Because before we used the Julian calendar, I know that because that's what our Ukrainian friends still use.
Yeah, they're stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Orthodox calendar is an entirely different thing.
Well, they just don't have August or something, right? Isn't that how it works? They just lose August. It's just cold.
How would that work?
It's just cold for that much longer. Dude, it's January 27th on the Julian calendar today. It's February 9th for us. And it's December 28th for the lunar calendar.
I'm so confused. It's Tuesday, right? Like, I'm not tripping.
It is Tuesday, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Deep in thought, looking at
I'm
all these
just reading,
calendars.
like how one pope decided with his squad that
Yeah,
the average length of the year, which used to be 365.25 days, to 365.2425 days, thus correcting the drift against the solar year that the inaccuracy had caused during the intervening centuries.
that's math, man.
Like, are we crashing into the sun, and is that why our years get longer? We need like an astronomer. We need like an actual professional on this podcast. Just answer.
Do you know any professionals? Because I don't.
to answer our dumb questions.
I know professional idiots like myself.
Jeez. Well, I need to go marinate chicken. So, hope you had a good lunch. Oh,
A great lunch. It was huge, man. Like I'm not
$6 bargain box. Oh.
Literally cannot beat that deal. It used to be $5 until recently. Inflation.
Is the chicken actually chicken, or is it like mush?
Yeah, it's chicken.
Like it's
like I can pull it apart and like see the
muscle fibers.
Yeah.
Are they actually chicken tenders? Or are they like just slices of chicken breasts?
Oh, it's probably just chicken breast. Like,
yeah, because chicken tenders are an actual part of a chicken.
Yeah. And the tenderloin.
Yeah, it's underneath
the breasticle.
Breast. Most delicious. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I do for my birthday too. My birthday's on Friday. My birthday's on Funky Monkey Friday. Funky Monkey.
Yeah, I guess we'll do something then.
Yeah.
Special edition.
Special edition birthday special. Maybe the
Jackbox special.
The podcast just be video games.
We'll stream it live.
Oh dear. All right.
We'll figure it out.
Cool. I'll talk to you later. Maybe I'll show you my haircut after my music class.
I expect the deets.
This podcast is brought to you by SodaStream. Save plastic.
And Qingdao.
And Qingdao. Oh man, you're frozen. Can't even see the Qingdao. Oh jeez. Oh, there it is. Happy New Year, everybody. It's the 28th. Clean your house.